Hi, thanks for joining me. It's Christine Crutcher from Create with Christine. I'm here with another Tuesday tip video tutorial for you today. I am using the Wildly Happy stamp set from the 2019-2020 annual catalog. And here is the card I'm going to be stamping for you today. So it is a super sweet and simple card, perfect for a baby theme. And I am playing along with the Casing Tuesday group again today. We are casing this card here from page 12 of the annual catalog. So this is pretty more advanced, and I went with a really super sweet, simple card. So I have a few tips for you today. So let's go ahead and do our stamping first. I have my elephants, which I am going to stamp in Memento ink, and then I'll show you how I colored them in. So I'm just gonna, I cut out a rectangle stitched framelits, and my framelit measures 2 1/4 by 3 1/2 in Whisper White. I'm gonna stamp the elephant towards the top. Okay, that's a little bit off the page, but hey, it'll work for this demonstration. And actually, while I have the ink out, let me just come and do the sentiment as well. The sentiment is Sweetest Baby. This one's a little tricky for me to line up, so I normally would stamp first on a piece of scrap and then cut it out with my stitched rectangle. This piece measures 1 inch by 3 inches. So now I can go ahead and show you how I colored in my elephant. I used my watercolor pencils. So I just used, this is the basic gray, and I'm just going to come in and start coloring. And I kind of went with the kind of sort of messy scribble. You could totally soften it up with a blender pen, and I would recommend, if you do try the blender pen method, I usually try to go in sections and I color in a circle. So for the base of my elephants, I just got the color on there with the basic gray. Kind of chopped off his head a little bit, but for the sample this is fine. I can re-stamp this later to make it into a full card. So just get the color on there with the basic gray. And then what I'm going to do is I have my basic black, and with the artist lines, where the artist lines are in the stamp, I'm just going to kind of go over those lines with some markings. So you kind of get the idea. I'm going a little quick. You can take your time. But this is kind of fun, and I don't feel like I have to be totally precise with this. And then on the baby elephant too, because that's of course the baby, so same markings as mama, or I guess papa, I don't know. So there we go. That's how I colored my elephant. And I'm going to bring over a piece of scrap paper for a minute. I'll put that down the bottom. I have 2 pieces. This is the metallic edged ribbon in gold. So what I did is I have my stamping blends. I'm not sure if I've ever shown this before. This is the light Petal Pink. Oh boy, that looks like really kind of a funny color. When I put it against this, it kind of looks neon under the lights here. It's not neon, I promise. But I'm just going to color it with my blend. Whoops. Then I have a second piece. The small piece is 4 inches. Then I have a second piece that's 12. 12 might be a little bit long. You might be able to get away with a 10. Originally I was going to go across the bottom, but then I liked the ribbon up in the corner better. So you can, any colors of Stampin' Blends that you have, you can color your metallic ribbon, the silver edge or the gold edge. Just make sure you have a scrap piece underneath because the blends do bleed through, and I'm not like totally precise here, so I'm kind of going a little bit off the scrap paper so you can kind of see all the markings. Okay. So then I have a piece of basic gray. I'm going with the same colors that are in my watercolor pencils, and I'm just going to adhere this up. I'm going to adhere the Sweet Baby across the bottom. You can go as close to the bottom or a little bit more in the middle if you want. And then my elephant went kind of high, but I went with the ribbon across in the corner and then glue dotted these 2 end pieces behind. Then for this piece I just tied it in a bow. So make 2 loops and then tie your shoes. And then you can kind of futz with it to make it look pretty. I hold the knot in the middle and then move the ribbon. Then you can glue dot this down in the corner at the top. And then to finally finish it off, I adhered to a Petal Pink card base. So that is my project for this week. Just a sweet, simple baby card for you. If you had a baby boy, you could obviously color the ribbon with a light blue color and then substitute the cardstock with the matching blends. So we have Pool Party or Balmy Blue would both be really pretty. So that's just an idea if you have any baby cards that you're looking to do. I also took the small tip end of my blend and I just colored the baby a little bit, the baby letters with a little bit of the blend, Stampin' Blend as well. So that's my project for this week. Please leave me a comment by Monday, July 1st for a chance to win this card in the mail from me for tuning in this week. Thanks so much. Have a great week. I'll be back again next week with another project to share.